Hey there guitar players, it's Anthony here at Cutting Edge Guitar, and in today's lesson I want to give you 5 picking tips that will save you years of research. Let's get right into it. So the first thing that I want to talk about here is that there actually is a difference between economy picking and alternate picking, and it is very, very important that you understand that difference. So let's take a basic fragment of C major. If I'm doing this, if I was to be alternate picking that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with a downstroke on the F note here, and I'm going to go up, down on that high E string. So it's down, up, down. Then I'm going to do up, down, up from C, B to A. So it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now with that, what I'm actually doing here is something that is called inside the string picking. Because my pick starts on an A stroke that is in between the high E and the B string, and then it finishes so that I'm basically moving in between those two string sets. If I was to be outside the string picking, I'd start with an up stroke, and what I would do is I'd go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So basically the pick starts on the outside of that string pair. Okay, but those two options there, they are both alternate picking. If I was economy picking, what I would do is I'd start on that up stroke, up, down, up, and then go again, up, down, up on my B string. That then leads after that to inside the string alternate picking. But if I was to carry that going, up, down, up, straight through the whole scale, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, that's economy picking. Okay, so up, down, up on every single string. Where we get a bit of an issue with economy picking though, is a lot of players will go up, down, up, and then do a big upstroke like that to the B string. And what you want to do is you want to keep it smooth. So it's up, down, up, and then once you've done that upstroke on your high E, your pick is going to then pull through straight onto the B string. So okay, so it's not like this, like all these big jerky movements. Okay, so super smooth. So making sure that you have that difference between economy and alternate picking, make sure that that's in your mind, and that you actually decide whether you want to be able to do one or the other, or you're quite happy to flip between the two. Some players are very, very comfortable flitting between the two. There's other players that rely entirely on alternate. There's other people that like to just use economy picking. There's no right or wrong here. There's just to make sure that you are comfortable in the technique that you're going to sit with. Okay, the next thing is pick angle. I talked about this a lot on my channel, but when you are trying to play fast picking, you make it very hard for yourself if you hit the guitar so that your pick hits parallel to the string. Okay, what you want to do is get the pick pushed over so that it hits the string more at a 45-degree angle. So when I'm picking, I'm never doing this. What I'm doing is hitting the string like this. Now as you move over into that 45-degree angle, what you actually get is a slicing motion. So instead of resisting the string, the plectrum actually slices through, which makes it far, far easier to do, and it actually also gives you a better tone. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about, point 3, is economy of motion. I'm not talking about economy picking here as such, but economy of motion. Whenever you want to improve your picking style, one of the things that a lot of people suffer with is they move on a really, really wide arc of movement. But if I'm playing a sort of a Paul Gilbert-esque type run like this, what you see is that I'm actually moving a very, very small amount. So try to get the pick so that it basically, whenever you're playing it on any string, it only moves just slightly to that side of the string and then slightly the other side when you come back. You don't want to be doing like... So the smaller the movement, the better. Remember that as economy of motion. Now another thing that is point 4 knowing where you are going. Now, this is a big thing that I talk about with a lot of my students, is that when they are trying to play fast picking runs, I mean, I've just played some that have a vertical motion. Let's say if I play a linear idea, which moves along the length of the string, something like this. When you're doing that sort of thing, it's all well and good looking at the amount of movement that I've got here, and also then looking at your fretting hand problems, because of course your fretting hand is actually feeding your picking hand the notes. So this is just as important as this hand. All of your problems are not in your picking. But the thing is that if you don't actually know where you want to go, and this is about scales and all of that sort of stuff, you can't play fast anyway. So before you can play fast picking lines along the length of string like that, I'm basically playing some ideas there in A harmonic minor. You've just got to know the scale. So before you start trying to learn all of these runs and start working on exercises to build the technique, make sure you know how to navigate your fretboard. Now, the final and fifth point that I want to make is try to get the movement so that it's coming. Sometimes it can come a little bit from thumb and finger movement like this, not like drastic, not like, you know, loads of movement, but a little bit of movement from there is cool. But also you want the break point to be in your wrist. So you want the picking motion to come from here. If it's coming from your elbow, what you're again doing is you're starting to do this sort of thing, okay? Now there are some players over the years that have picked a little bit from the elbow. Someone like Vinnie Moore, for example, he's got a bit of elbow movement. But when you watch his playing, it's not drastic. What I'm talking about is someone who's almost moving as much as they're strumming. If you're moving from the elbow like this, so you've got like a pendulum swing, you're going to find yourself in a world of trouble. So try to get the movements coming mainly from the wrist and the thumb and finger like that if you can. And I think, guys, if you can implement those ideas, that you will find that massively helps your picking technique. So, if you are looking for more help for how to crush your guitar progress barriers, I've designed a free assessment tool that you can just go to in the link for this video, or the links in my bio. It's on my website or whatever. You can just go there, take a free assessment. It's 15 questions. Most people complete it in less than 3 minutes. It's super quick to take. Once you've done that, you'll find out, it will pinpoint directly for you what it is that you need to work on right now to start getting better. And what I will do is I'll send you a free report that will start giving you some ideas of exactly what you need to work on to go and get better right now. So just click those links, go and take that free assessment, and in less than 5 minutes you'll know what you need to be working on. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.